that
bunched that
Dehaka,
game.
Dehaka's Stay a While Innocent is huge. It's basically half of your screen. You can't really go past that easily. So he was alone. Oftentimes, even if he had the defenders to soak up, it was not really enough for him to escape. So we're off to game 2, Cursed Hollow. Haven't really seen Cursed Hollow too many times. Oftentimes it was banned, not really picked.
First ban, Abathur. Kind of surprising to see it as the first ban, but it, I guess, makes a little bit of sense. Seeing a lot of Abathurs out there.
Yeah.
Even the elusive healing Abathur. Not going to see that this time. And first ban Raynor, not really a lot of.
We do have to
Right.
ban Raynor here for the super long range, constant harass. I think Supernova, they're thinking of another Thrall that should be in their head already. Let's see if BlossoM uses their, not second ban, third ban to take that Smorg out of the way.
I think we saw a Malfurion ban here for BlossoM. They take the Maiev out. I guess this should be the kind of foregone Genji ban. There it is.
That's the power of the first
Pick.
ban, first pick, first pick. You get to ban what you want, and the second pick basically has to respond with Raynor, not 100% Raynor, but at least the Genji. So you're gonna lose at least one of the two, maximum 2. So you don't really get to ban against your team, is what I'm saying, as a second ban.
So they prioritized Urel, but I mean Phoenix did a lot of work. So it's gonna be Malfurion instead. That was banned last time. So they take their first opportunity to pick it up. Now 2 picks over to Supernova. Might just be those 2 heroes I just mentioned.
I think Phantom played a great Phoenix. I think that's a must-go. They're thinking about their solo lane as well. Can still just be Dehaka. Ooh,
Whoa!
switching off to Hanzo. Not a bad one as we go into Cursed. Always not a bad one to pick up an Overwatch hero other than D.Va.
Well played. Yeah, I don't know if Diva's days are coming back anytime soon. Maybe. Don't want to count it out, but yeah, Hanzo very, very popular. I'm glad that Kirisaku gets another chance to perform on Dehaka.
1.
Urel Muradin.
So they're gonna
no
hide.
Phoenix.
They're gonna hide DPS.
Yeah.
Supernova will continue to ban the DPSs and steal that away. Even look at no chat. That's usually how I play Hero League. When we go through the draft, this guy's not banning. I'm pretty sure he's off the toilet.
I always imagine that everyone on the opposing or everyone else on my team is no chat. Just kind of like chilling out. They're here to have a relaxing, non-try-hard game. I'm trying to get those points. Honkono also chilling out, so glad to see that it's not just no chat. But I mean, we should look at the ban. That was really interesting to see another indication. We saw this once in our first series. It's Dehaka pick, false stat ban.
Taking out a lot of the globals. Trying to target Haven here once again. Was a garage ban last time as well. Muradin still away. Well, let's see some extra CC on Nubarak. Very powerful. If he wants to go, Johanna is actually not too bad here as well.
There is the Anubarak, but it's going to be an Alex instead. What do you think of that instead?
Alex is a support.
Dead.
That's what I think of Alex. And
Okay.
Alex does love to play Alex Raza.
That is true. The more I see Alex on Alex, the more I think, okay, if you name yourself the XX Genji God XX, it's like, well, I wonder what hero
He's certainly not a Genji god.
that guy is going to play. But he named himself Alex and he gets it, so
Okay,
Tracer for the first time.
They do want to go face to face and break through that amount of healing that Dragon Queen is going to face off. So they do get the Tracer, but only with Malfurion healing. So that takes a lot of skill, a lot of self-sustain, that really dodging a lot of the skill shots. Because once the Nubarak does have Cocoon, either most likely Leeming, I guess, with the Disintegrate available, or even Malfurion in that amount of time when one blows out, gets trapped by some CC like the Drag or the Isolation on Tracer, that will be gone paired up with the cocoon. So they want to have a little bit more burst damage to have all that lineup. So Greymane is their final pick.
That does make a lot of sense. Some very squishy targets for Greymane to get on top of. See if he can do it. CC lands for Kirisaku. Well, time to put your head down in the sand because it might just be another rough early game. But hey, if you come out with a win, that's all that matters in the end. So now BlossoM down a game with the 3-0 history that we have in HGC Korea. Maybe that means good things for them, but I think that history is just that, history, after our 3-2s that we've been having so far this week.
We will continue. Mary Days Malfurion with Nature's Cure. We even see lots of pre-cleanse. Even though there are lots of CCs. That's the real power of Malfurion right now when we actually have somewhat lack of CC from supports.
It's the real power of Dahaka right there. The spam starts the game out as we should always have, and away we go.
Silence for the big level 1 team fight.
I'm waiting. This is my favorite part of the game, G-Clef. I just wonder what could possibly happen here. Oh wait, not a whole lot.
Sunkono's looking dive with the toss. I think they're trying not really trying to bait as the rail's already up there. Greymane already starting. Okay, Dahaka actually goes
wow, this is
bottom
really interesting.
instead because they do spot Irel, and Kirisaku did not have a good time in game 1.
No, he did not.
They're certainly not going to continue, and they, not just because of that, they do see that tribute is already top, so Dahaka goes down for multiple reasons here, and it does all make sense.
It does. Might be a little bit unexpected or look strange on the mini map, but makes sense in the long run, macro game. Now, what else is going on? I think we're going to see our first couple of camps come down, both on the top side, of course. Taken very, very similarly. And what is the next move for our teams? Unfortunately for Kirisaku, he does have to have that unfavorable lane matchup. But what happens after these camps are taken, G-Clef?
They push with camps.
Ah.
Basics of Heroes of the Storm. And because Supernova, they were able to grab 2 instead. And they don't really have too much to do. Anubarak just soaking for that mini experience at top. Dahaka will be okay against Gleaming here.
Tries to sustain, pushing the lane, and then, like you said, pushing with that camp. Haben actually getting a little bit of help.
Even popping Dragon Queen, they want to push, do a little bit more damage as Gleaming's still at the bottom, so they know. And when they get a chance, they will also call Dahaka.
Honkono.
The entire wall. That's a big job done already with just the early camp.
Now Gondar moving forward, continuing to farm ult charge. Gets it, and I don't really know what the next move is going to be. Honkono really loves positioning right over that wall, looking for the toss to engage, but he hasn't pulled the trigger on it yet. Okay, we missed a little bit of that. I saw no chat going in. I was like, are they fighting up there? Indeed they were. Big pick onto Alex.
Wonder how that happened.
We may never know, G-Clef.
Because maybe just the roots with the pulse pump. We do see those pulled out on the pulse pump.
Oh, Bentham. This is going to be a struggle for Haben.
Haben does have the borrow charge, so... And there is no pulse bomb yet. Ooh. So that was going to be a kill with the pulse bomb, but does not connect. Maybe they look at the pings. Look at that.
Ping, ping, ping,
low,
ping, ping.
low, retreat.
This reminds me so much of my Hero League games. Either way, it's a safe retreat for BlossoM and I guess Supernova respectively. Trying to complete the channel. Bentham just barely gets it off.
Let's look at the timing as Dahaka is just continuing its RPG adventure at the bottom with Gleaming. Probably level 99 by now.
PvE?
A PvP.
Oh, I don't know if there's a whole lot of PvP going down there. Like Dahaka shoves the wave and runs away. Li Ming one-shots the wave and walks back to turret. There's a reason our observer is not showing us the bottom lane very much.
And the third one is going to be the bottom right. So Supernova actually does want to pressure a little bit more.
Firazaku actually brush talks right in.
And tanks about right as well. So they get the camp. Wiz actually jumps in slightly too late. Honkana or Honkana jumps out slightly too quickly.
Early, yeah.
Out of there. So they do get the steal. The next one, they may just lose it. I think is totally fine if they lose the tribute, because the next one's right bottom. They will continue to get that soak with the Haka later on. So in terms of their global macro, they're already set. Those tributes actually spawning a little bit luckier for Supernova because they also have that global ability with the Dehaka.
Bentham doing a good job soloing that camp as well, so it's going to be that minor advantage for Supernova. They come through there, another camp heading down to keep Kirisaku company for a little bit.
It's totally okay to just give this one up for Supernova. So they're not even trying this one, as they still have Dehaka all the way at the bottom. They don't really see Li Ming for the... They didn't really see Li Ming for the last 15-20 seconds. Just wanted to be safe. They had no real risk after taking the camp away. So they still maintain the control. Why not? Why risk it?
Yeah, I feel like they took a few risks. Specifically Wiz, who wound up dying for a lot of his risks in game one. So maybe want to take a few less of those. But now coming down, Alex can get back in time. Oh, no chat might be the vulnerable one. I mean, he's pretty mobile, but is it enough to get back to safety?
Perfect hammer from Wiz. Just denies him from going back.
Miss on the pulse bomb, but hey, still gets the kill, confirms, and that's a man advantage for another 20 seconds for BlossoM.
But it's before tribute, luckily, and it's towards Supernova's side. BlossoM with that kill. Let's see how they macro this one out. They're just going to camp. They don't really have good heroes to camp, actually. That's why they're taking such a long time, even at the early one. They actually lost the camp as well. Not that they're bad at squatting the camp circles. Their speed is pretty low. They can do a little bit better after 16, but that's a long time later.
Yep, a little bit slow. Keepin trying to get away. Look at that Li Ming damage. It's just crazy.
Yeah, but compared to that Supernova, they have Hanzo Scatter, you have Greymane, so boss should be melting down. All the camps should be melting down. They can actually do 2-3 camps at a time.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have been really on top of that. Yeah, they're exactly like you said, just going for boss. Both teams really, although it might be a little bit slower for BlossoM.
Can't be too bad, BlossoM, because they have level 10 first. They are, even though their ability to get the boss down is actually slower, because they have 10 first, they basically had all the chance to get their own. If they waited for both level 10s, then maybe it was Supernova's chance to dive in, because you know that's going to take a long time. Great use of control, knowing and understanding your team comp. Why BlossoM has both bosses control, but we have to look at the siege. For Greymane, with the boss, they will destroy all the fort. I think Supernova will win with the speed.
Yep, that is so much damage, objectively. And you know, Grave Golems, they can probably just take care of it on their own. So what are Supernova going to do as they leave that boss top? They're just going to look for this tribute, and I mean, if it spawns in 3 seconds, BlossoM really has to pull the trigger now.
We will see.
Starting up.
We actually has Locust from a Numark, no Cocoon.
Oh,
and Hammond
no.
actually goes, no, Lifebinder.
Yep, Lifebinder just in the nick of time. And look at No Chat in the back, just dealing so much damage. Kirisaku drops low, but actually it's Bentham who's the most at risk. Gonna get over the wall, safe and sound. Wiz low, but his ult actually does work pretty well there, healing him back up. And BlossoM are gonna take this tribute.
Locust Swarm? What in the world? I guess it's to get all the to die like this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, not the Cocoon would have helped very much there either.
I do understand that you do want to block the skill shots that are going to come out from Li Ming.
But
But Cocoon just seems a lot better in terms of what BlossoM always has. They're trying to line things together. You always try to Cocoon one, support, maybe Li Ming, maybe even Nirel when it dives in for peeling purposes. Maybe that was a panic one. We'll have to see post-game interview, or if they lose, we will never get to ask them and find out why.
I mean, I guess we can like snipe them in the hallway when we're leaving here if we can get out there in time. But yeah, you're right. I do hope that we get a chance to find out. I think the biggest thing that I'm watching for is not only just tributes, as we do see both teams on Curse Point right now. This one is going to be very, very important. But the bigger picture is that Supernova actually seem to be doing most of these macro plays very, very well planned, and then they go into these fights, and you see things like Locust Form just really do nothing.
I guess the Cocoon doesn't really do too much. There's Li Ming and also Tracer, so just thinking about that. Well, there are reasons for maybe a little bit more sustain, I guess. That is the right choice to go in this case. That brings down the meaning of a Nubarak a lot more, though. And that was a drafting done by BlossoM. How do you actually focus down with this range Hanzo? They're losing everything, just getting some soak from the Haka top. That's about it, and they're just giving out this wall.
It's true, this is all going BlossoM's way. They will breach into this keep, and I mean, probably take it down if things keep going the way they are. Honkono with a little bit of a whiff engage.
Haka comes to the box.
Where is the counter arrow coming through? Grabs two, but instantly cleanses off. It's not going to do anything. And even with Dragon Queen behind us, can Supernova find anything here?
Great peel by Wiz. It's all the damage absorbed, so they're back to full health. Had the isolation on Gondar, but the hammer got everything down. They can't really be in range to kill that Tracer. Nice job by Wiz there. They get everything they want to have for the curse, and they just back off safely without getting any casualties, though they were pretty close into the keep side.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put the silver lining on that cloud for Supernova, they did save their keep. Successful. You know, I don't know what you're going to say, pushing BlossoM out of their base. They are still going to lose more out on the map, now finally making a push of their own down in the bottom lane to try to get something back.
Because they're so far behind in level. Ooh, let's look at this. Kind of just tanking.
That'd be a little bit greedy. So Benthem's there to stop.
Forces the hearts back home, so their fort at the bottom is still safe. Still maintains a big level gap. As what we thought, because of the macro control of how Supernova can just take camps individually everywhere. BlossoM actually used that macro against Supernova and push lane, push all the structures, buying that time and try to get focused and trying to get the kills instead.
Boss time on both sides. Second time we've seen this so far, and I don't think it's going to go any differently. We did have a lot of success from Supernova's boss. It pushed all the way to the keep up top, but you know, it didn't go any farther, right? So I can only imagine what is in store for Supernova here as BlossoM already have half health on the middle keep, and now with the boss under their control, pushing bottom should be pretty easy.
The curse, not going to line up with the boss. Unless they get instant curse, but it's on BlossoM's side, so it's really hard for Supernova when they're pushed this far. And the boss is coming for the keep as well. And the middle keep is also pretty much damaged down to half HP close to it.
Secret brush stuff. Probably not. Defending the keep, of course, of paramount importance. And oh, by the way, you also have to kill this 8 million HP bosses on your keep. So it's a little bit too much to ask, and that's going to be one keep down for Supernova. They lose mid, but defend bottom.
They have to defend one, at least.
Right, I mean, you got to make a choice.
Because BlossoM didn't really have to pressure all in together, as they also sent Irel to get the tribute, so that's why they actually have one here, as they were focusing on the keep at the same time. Supernova with the global,
And we do have to mention that the Supernova's boss was actually on BlossoM's keep, so they were always going to have to come back and take that out.
But it's only, you can actually see from the minimap, only about 20-30% damage to keep there. You may be looking for that keep at maybe to the all the way to the core if you have some good team fight with the next tribute that's going to be on your side.
I mean, honestly, we could just see the same exact thing, right? Is that a 14-minute Hanzo quest finish?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's how you can tell it's been a struggle for Supernova this game. But yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we saw in game number 1. You have one good fight, your mom gets scared, and then you head on to well, the core immediately after that. So for Supernova, maybe history repeats itself, but the BlossoM looked much more well-coordinated this game.
Where's that goat sound coming from? Space goat?
I mean, there are Goatmen, right?
Yes.
That's more of a sheep, though, right?
I'm talking about you, Irel. Space goat.
Coast to coast?
Hey, look at that. Positioning of Irel on Kano. Secretly hiding there as Supernova, they kind of do know. Bentham goes over the wall, so he did have to use that already. Focusing on down on 2.
Sick arrow whiz, though.
Does have the defender not even going to pop that yet, as they can just go over the wall anytime they want. Modern has the range, so they can buy all the time because their lanes will be pushing eventually the mid lane, the top camp, and the bottom as well very soon.
I was watching Kurosaki. He was positioning really far forward towards Modern. I think he missed his isolation earlier, so maybe he can hit that this time, and that just turns everything totally around. I'm hoping. This is wishful thinking, right? Haven in a great spot here. If he wants to find a pick, does get a couple of knockouts.
Focusing on the Merryday, but no damage following up there. So actually, Anubarak getting life-minded, so he will be safe for now. Dragon Queen just come out. No check, getting some heal, but he has
the isolation.
Escape, gone there, look for the kill, but he does not. There's actually no check going down first, and the reset Glover leaving. That's complete. Will be 4 right after.
Yeah, we saw reset in the last game, but there's resets here too. One after another after another. And that's just almost a total wipe here. Almost a total wipe here.
Another dwarf launch from the more than master Honkona, but even without the tribute, that will be game at Supernova. They find themselves. Anubarak still trying to hearth home, but Sonkas is on a chase. That's actually a lot more exciting than what's happening here.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're missing the epic...
Oh, this is so epic!
No way!
So much action happening right there, but the core goes down. BlossoM.
GG!
We do have 1-1 series going on between these two teams.
Fun way to finish it off, but I guess not so fun for Supernova. They now drop that series to go 1-1, and we are really going the distance. Are we getting 10 games tonight, G-Clef? The dream.
The double digit.
The dream after 10 games would be an actual dream, as that would make us